this is a weekly reading for Aries. Your journal prompt for this week is going to be what was the most memorable, proud moment of 2021? With me it was the memes. With you it could be something different. If this is the first prompt that you've ever put in your journal, it's probably a better one than the one from last week, but you know. The first prompt was, I think, on last week's Love Weekly. So if you want to go back and look at that one. With the journal writing stuff, it's something new I'm trying for 2022. So, you know, so people can have kind of a look through their journal, so it's not like it's unguided or just random entries about certain things. It's actually putting into how you handle situations, details, and for self-improvement. So, that type of thing. Anyway, your song of the week is going to be Survivor by Eye of the Tiger. Or vice versa. Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. Ugh. I had 2 shifts at work today because a lot of people decided not to come in because of they thought they had COVID. So, fun. Anyway, so your first card is going to be you right now. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is the bad side of the coin: defeat, bad luck, unexpected tragedy, detrimental outside forces. So you might be dealing with things. You might have like a dark cloud over you. You might be having a lot of bad luck. Or you might be causing bad luck to others. Like you might be a jinx. But yeah, it's just that your entire emotion just went from being sunny side up to being lower than, you know, lower than you can go. But I'm not too sure how that even happened. So you might have to fill me in with how that happened for you, Aries. But yeah, it might have to do with karma. It might just be that you're in a bad mood. So there might have been a lot that happened. So you might have to sort through those feelings and everything that's, you know, kind of giving you bad luck or bad energy. Alright, so number 2, we have the week's theme. The week's theme is going to be the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles in reverse is sloth, conceited, false gifts, flattery, being untrustworthy, and vain. Let's see. Talents misused or exploitation. So there might be a bit of somebody exposing you. I feel like that might be the cause of it. It's either at work, it's in your love life, or it's in probably the workplace. But there's something here that's being kind of put out there that might be all about you, and it might be like exposing you for some reason or another. Alright, so number 3, we have your challenge of the week. Challenge of the week is going to be the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor usually represents Aries, but when it's in reverse, it's actually the total opposite, which is Justice, which would be Libra energy. So it's kind of ridiculous. Anyway, so there's a benevolent force, but immature or ineffective, given to petty emotional outbursts and extremely repetitive gains. Refusal to those who do not know him. So there might be points where you feel justified, but like, how do I explain the Emperor in reverse? The Emperor in reverse works like the Justice card, but it works against you. Because you are the Aries, and Aries is Mars energy. I think Libra is think Libra's Venus energy or something. Don't quote me. I'm having a tough time, like, straightening out my work schedule and other things too. So I think it's Venus energy if I'm not mistaken, but don't quote me on it. I might be wrong. So, but I know that Virgo and Gemini are Mercury energies. So I'm thinking it's Venus energy. So anyway, so let's see. We have number 4, which is lesson to remember this week, which is the Temperance in reverse. The Temperance in reverse is chaos, discord, and disunion. Incompatibility in tolerance and frustration, impotence, religious intolerance. So in the past, you might have been kind of very one-sided or selfish in your belief system. You might have also been very, like, into self. That could also be it. But some Aries kind of, like, they switch modes. It's either they're 100%, oh my gosh, I want to be with my friends, and then they want to be selfish where they have alone time, or, you know, they have parts where they're all about themselves. But I feel like in the past, since some of you might have been kids around this time, and I feel like it was like 5 or 10 years ago. So you might have been about self, you might have been a teenager, you might have been like, oh, I'm the future and all this bullcrap, and then reality struck, and then you're like deflabbergasted, you know, degassed, as my mom says it. Anyway, so let's see. Number 5 is a lesson you will learn this week, which is the 2 of Pentacles. The 2 of Pentacles is fearing the consequences of a new project, worrying and embarrassment looking into the infinite. So there's something going on that's probably not going to work out. It's probably going to be like, somebody else did this, and you didn't do this, and all this other BS, and whatever else. I always loved, like, the sabotage by other people that couldn't do what you do anyway. It's just like... But I feel like you have a rival, and you've had this rival for a long time, and it's kind of giving you a headache. So you might want to, like, leave the area or transfer to a different branch of your job or something. In order just to have a fresh start to some degree. But I feel like this person might be bringing you down, so you might not be getting promoted. So, there's a lot to unload here with this relationship with this person. I feel like this person is like your polar opposite. They just don't want you to succeed at all. But, yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. But also, it could be justified, where, like, you might actually feel the need to prove this person wrong a lot of times. Which, to be honest, it feels good when you can do that, but if you're not constantly doing that all the time, it doesn't feel too good. It's kind of like you won one time out of like 6 times or 16 times, and it might not feel that good. Anyway, we have number 6. Number 6 is going to be the gift you give yourself this week. We have the 9 of Swords in reverse. So, suspicion of a close friend, imprisonment, gossip, shame, tyranny, and a reasonable fear. So there's something here. You might be losing your house. I feel like that's a big issue for a lot of you. Also, there could be a loss of status here. I feel like everything before this happened came to you relatively either quickly or easily. So I feel like this might be kind of a stopping point for you, and you might actually be facing the reality you could lose everything. So, yeah. And I feel like this other person's kind of like relishing in the thought of you losing everything. But, yeah, there's there's this energy around you. It's either you're too flexible with your job schedule, or you're trying to make ends meet, so you're kind of doing necessary measures in order to put all your ducks in a row. But I feel like there's a lot going on here, and a lot going on with a rival, and a lot going on with like your job. Your entire lifestyle is being affected by this. So you're going to have to either admit defeat and file for bankruptcy, or you're going to have to downsize, which a lot of Aries, it's kind of hard to be humbled by the experience of downsizing. So you're going to kind of be at, you know, everybody's throats. Like, everybody who knows you, everybody who's around you, everybody who you know or who has a pulse will know that you're uncomfortable. Okay, so I feel you, but you do have to kind of make ends meet. So you're going to probably have to lower your standards of what you will do and what you won't do. Okay, so that's a real situation. Okay. Anyway, Aries, hopefully everything works out for you. I know it's going to be a hard situation that you're coming upon, but I feel like you can make it through. There might be a lot of different things that you're going to have to do in order to survive. So just keep that in mind. Nothing's off limits when you have to survive, alright? Anyway, Aries, I will see you in the next reading. You have yourself a good one, hopefully. And, yeah, make sure you make ends meet. I feel like that's a big issue. And you're going to be, like, really, like, just uncomfortable, and you might be lashing out at people that don't need that type of thing because they're dealing with their own stuff, okay? Anyway, take care of yourself, alright? Later.